Hey everybody, it's your girl Rahima, aka Ra, checking in with live here on my YouTube channel. Today is Friday, February 18th, 2022, 2022. It is about, what time is it? 5:30 here in the valley, as we like to say, here in the Phoenix area, Mountain Standard Time for you who don't know. That means it's about 4:30 on the West Coast. Shout out to my peeps in LA. And that means it's about 7:30 on the East Coast. Shout out to all my peeps in Jersey, New York. Shout out to my brother Jamal, who just told me he was tuning in. Shout out to my baby girl Dolores and my goddaughter and my granddaughter, baby Zaria. Shout out to Kev, aka Brick, who always checks in. I am gonna give you an update on my all type of things popping up on my screen. Hey, baby girl, she just checked in. I just wanted to give you a kind of an update on a week and all of the things that's been going on with me. I think I mentioned last week that I was feeling a little bit out of it, but it turned out it was from my treatment. And but I just wanted to be sure, so I had gone to get a COVID test, and thank God it came up negative, and I kind of thought that it would be, but you just never know. I try to wear my mask. I had already had both of my shots and the booster, but I was due for another booster, so who knows? Maybe it had worn off. I don't know, but I wasn't feeling well, and I had all the symptoms, but it's the same symptoms that I have when I have chemo or immunotherapy or any type of my cancer treatment. And so the test did come back negative. So I went on and got my booster shot, which was due. And then I had my treatment on Wednesday. So I've been out of it this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But as usual, Friday I pop back up. It takes me a little while to get going, but I'm here. I'm glad you're here. Shout out to Jamal again. Shout out to Dolores again. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you again for everyone who is and has already buying my book, who is continuing to support me, The Life of Ra. Amazon keeps saying I have one copy, but I found out that we have even more vendors, because a press release was issued or released by my publisher, and it went out to thousands of vendors. And so The Life of Ra is out there. So don't worry about Amazon saying they have one more. They're going to have more in stock. Barnes and Noble. People have come to me and said they got theirs on Walmart.com. It's at like independent bookstores. Miss Ra is doing her thing, y'all. So thank you for supporting me. My spoken words will be coming out soon. My poetry book this spring. I don't want to give you an exact date, but I'll be approving the cover design for that, and then we'll get that printed and distributed and doing marketing, just like we just started marketing for The Life of Ra. I have another book, a compilation of short stories, The Life of an Addict, that will be coming out in the spring as well. So I am big and busy. But yeah, what's the weather? It's like 70 degrees here. Heard you guys had some warm weather on the West Coast as well. So on the West Coast and on the East Coast as well. So I'm glad to hear that. I've been talking about transition a little bit with some people, because we were talking about things that are life altering, and times when you don't even expect your life can change in an instant, right? Because time stands still for no one. And so just like me with my cancer, I had a career, I was traveling, I was doing a lot of things. And yeah, and then this diagnosis came out of nowhere, and they were like, you had stage 4 cancer, you got 3 months to live. And I was like, what? I felt like I had so much to do, so many things that I wanted to do, so many things I had begun to do and had already done, I should say. And my whole world shifted and priorities changed. And so I know people who are now being diagnosed, or who have recently been diagnosed, or who are going through kind of a similar situation to which I went through. And so all I can say is just keep your faith and stay strong. And even if you feel like you have a gift and it's not being utilized, find other ways, just like my poetry. I used to write all the time. I've never written publicly or had anything published before now. But I've always liked to read and write. I've always written poems since I was a little child. And so sitting home with nothing to do, especially during COVID, not even just the cancer, but then we were like, I was double quarantined, because I had this immune compromised system and I couldn't go out. When other people said, oh, okay, now it's safe to go out, I still couldn't. And so I just took to my computer, writing books, poems. And so that's how this all came about. So don't give up hope, stay in faith, do what you got to do to keep your mental right, because it's all about the mental, it's all about God, it's all about your spirit and what comes next. I think I might name my next book after these next two come out. I'm thinking about writing a book because in my Life of Ra, in that book, in my journey, I only talk about the introduction of my cancer. I don't talk about the actual full journey because it wasn't part of my 50 plus years, and so but I'm thinking about doing just a journey of my cancer and sharing that with you all, entitling it There's More After Stage 4, something like that. Don't steal my title, y'all. Anyway, I also, this conversation came about because I also had tattoos that I began to get. I have a tattoo on the back of my neck with the cancer ribbon. It says Survivor. And I had gotten that when I thought that I was cancer free before my cancer came back into my lungs. And then I got another butterfly. Well, not another. I have butterflies elsewhere, but I have another butterfly. The back of my right shoulder, and that says faith. And so I'm all about keeping the faith and just believing in God. That's what you have to do. I don't want to tell anybody what to do. I just tell you what works for me. If I influence you or motivate you or inspire you in any way, then I'm happy to do that. I want to begin to bring resources to you all. And so I'm going to start gathering those. I've had people contact me to ask about the cancer center, the research centers. How did I find, where I went, the different treatments. I am by no means a medical expert, and I won't be giving any type of medical advice, but I can give out resources such as phone numbers and tell you what the process was like for me and where I went, and then you can take it from there. If the situation, if that applies for you or to you or for or to someone that love, or care about. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that. Yeah, it's Friday. I have poetry slam tonight. Oh, that's open mic out here in Surprise. We do that every other month. So I missed December. I think I wasn't feeling well. And so it is February, so it's time again. So as soon as I get off here, I'll be jumping on TikTok, and then I'll be running over to do my poetry slam live in front of a live audience at this place called Wham over on, like I said, it's in Surprise off of Bell and Dysart. For those of you who are out in the Phoenix area, come on through from 6 to 8. And so speaking of poetry, let's see. Usually when I'm on, when I do my poetry slam, I do 4 poems. I open with 2, and then I close with 2. But for you all, I just do the 1. And tonight, I think I chose Something About You. Last week was Valentine's week. We are still in the month of February, celebrating Black History Month, hashtag Black leaders, Black lives matter, Black women, strong Black women, beautiful Black girls rock, all of that. Okay. And so I wrote this a while ago for Valentine's Day last year, just like the one that I wrote last week or shared with you last week. What is love? This one is called Something About You. And I tuned it up to Everybody Loves the Sunshine, instrumental version. So we're gonna get right into that. They got a commercial on here, girl. You know we love. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Turn it up just a little bit. All right. I'm not going to fool with that. Something about you. There's something about you. Something about your touch. There's something about you. Something I love so much. There's something about you, something I thought while you slept. There's something about you, something I thought while I wept. There's something about you, something that drives me crazy. There's something about you, something that makes me hazy. There's something about you, something that I just can't decide. There's something about you, something I see in your eyes. There's something about you, something that puts me in a trance. There's something about you, something that makes me want to dance. There's something about you, something that makes me want to stay up all night. There's something about you that just feels so right. There's something about you, something about your touch. There's something about you, something I love so much. Maybe it's the way he misses me. Maybe it's how much he wants to kiss me. Maybe it's how much he says he loves me. Maybe it's waiting for him to come and see me. I'm waiting for the time that he pleases me. I'm waiting for the time that he bends down on one knee. I'm waiting to see my finger with that diamond ring. I can't wait to see him. Can't wait till we show them. I don't know if we can do all that. Yeah, we can, because we are all that. He's going to show me all he can be, because that's how much he says he loves me. The times that we've missed, the times that we've kissed, the times that we shared, showing how much we care. Time spent apart has made our heart grow like nobody else knows. The amount of joy when we share our loving, hovering like the birds we be fluttering, and our passion be lasting, oh so very long, like singing love songs. Holding each other close, loving one another, making my heart feel so full. Feels like we back in high school. Two young kids sneaking a kiss, but now we're adults, thinking about the times that we've missed. Oh yeah, there's something about you. There's something about your touch. There's something about you. There's definitely something that the Ra loves so much. That's my poem for today, y'all. Yes, Jamal. I'm giving you another shout out. Doing my thing, big things, doing big things. Let me give Jamal a shout out. Say, hey, I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I thank you for tuning in. Have a happy Friday. Have a happy weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, stay blessed. Peace and blessings. Good night.